So, Dave, you're kind of a master dowser at this stage. You've been using a pendulum for about 10 years and you're able to diagnose all sorts of things with it. But for a beginner, for someone new to using a pendulum for dowsing, um, the first thing that we want to help them with is to just get a yes or a no answer. Is that right?
Yes, that's the first thing you do.
And
Yeah.
so to begin to do pendulum work, obviously we need a pendulum. So can we show people a couple of different examples of what a pendulum looks like for people that have never come across it? You've got one there.
This is from the one extreme, which is BluTack and dental floss.
Okay, so
That
pretty
is
much
a pendulum.
most people might have those at home, right? I've got a slightly more upgraded one, which is made of glass here. But let's show a couple of other things. Like one thing you could use might be a pendant. This is a pendant. So it
Yes.
just needs to be
A
weighted, doesn't
necklace,
it?
if it's a necklace, yeah, take it off and use it as a pendulum.
Yeah. And then another thing is just a keychain, right? So that's something that you might often have with you.
Yes.
And so
Anything with a flexible
cord
chain
or chain.
or a
Yeah.
string and a weight. You don't want the weight too heavy though, because, uh,
Okay.
yeah.
So for someone who's starting out, let's say they grab one of these things we've just demonstrated, and to learn how to get a yes and a no answer, how do we begin with programming the pendulum? What do we do?
To begin with programming, what we're going to do is start with the yes. So we're going to put the pendulum, swing the pendulum in the clockwise direction.
Okay.
And now you're going to program the pendulum. Say, pendulum, this is my yes.
Pendulum, this is my yes.
Now say that 3 times. Pendulum, this is my
Pendulum, this
yes.
is my yes.
Pendulum, this
Pendulum,
is
this
my
is
yes.
my yes.
Now it swings to and fro, and just let it do that because what it happens is your pendulum reacts quicker. And you
Then
say
if you just start,
pendulum,
so you're just saying, just to clarify, so instead of starting from still, you start from a back and
yeah,
forth
that's right.
motion. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And pendulum, give me a yes.
Pendulum, give me a yes.
And you see, now this is not going to happen. This works for Susanna and myself, but it may not
Yes,
work for
we've done
you.
it a couple of times.
Yeah, we've done it before. So anyway, so if nothing happens, then we go through the same process. Put the pendulum in the clockwise.
And swing it yourself. And eventually, just to explain, eventually you're not going to be swinging it. You'll actually be letting your higher wisdom or source
Yes, yeah,
energy
yeah,
move
yeah.
it. But
You're allowed to cheat at the start. Yeah,
okay,
this is
so we're
yeah,
cheating and we
yeah.
say, pendulum, this is my yes.
Pendulum, this is my yes.
Pendulum, this is
Pendulum, this is my yes. Pendulum,
pendulum,
this is
this
my
is my
yes.
yes. Okay.
And then it stops
Yep.
and just tick it backwards and forwards. And then you say, pendulum, give me a yes.
Pendulum, give me a yes. Okay, so mine is being wayward, so it's not quite giving a yes. So you have a trick for that when your pendulum is being a bit not functioning quite right. There's this tapping thing you taught me. Can you show how to do that?
Ah, yeah, well, yes. If you're, here it is. We'll bring this down to here. If you're working with your pendulum and you think it's not giving you it's just being a bit funny and it's not giving you the right answers and what, all you do is just uh, tap it just let it drop onto something solid. And what happens is then the energies that's on the pendulum drop off, and then you start, pendulum, please give me a yes.
Pendulum, give me a yes. Pendulum, give me a yes. Okay. Now it's a bit happier with me. Okay, cool. And
Yeah.
then, so Dave, what about for no? If we want to
Now, no, just the exact opposite. You're
go
just going
anti-clockwise.
anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. Yeah. And you're saying, pendulum, this is my no.
Pendulum, this is my
Pendulum,
no.
this is my no.
Pendulum, this is my no.
Pendulum, this is my no.
Pendulum, this
Yeah.
is my no.
And then it comes back and it's swinging. Now, pendulum, give me a no.
Pendulum, give me a no.
And then when it does, just say thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, always nice to
Yeah.
be polite, huh, to
Yeah.
your healing
It's
tools.
So the more important one is thank you, not so much please, but thank you is the one.
Acknowledging it, yeah,
Yeah,
and you build this relationship with it over time, and
yeah,
I think it's wonderful to work with a pendulum because what you can do is, for instance, something I use it for is if I have a nutritional supplement, I might say, pendulum, is this a helpful supplement for my body? And for instance, there, I don't know if you can see, but I'm getting a yes. So this
mm.
is just a stress formula with Thania, which is really useful when you're.
And then the other thing is you can actually douse for the dose if you
Yes.
wanted to
And
too.
that's like a little bit more advanced, isn't it? But you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
also
yeah,
say,
yeah.
like, should I take 1 teaspoon? And then it might say no. And then you just ask a different question.
Yeah, it'd be 1 teaspoon 3 times a day, or
And also in your beautiful book, plug for your book, you have charts for using a pendulum, I believe. Not sure on what page. Am I right? There's all sorts of instructions on how to, that goes into more depth,
yeah.
but to help people. Maybe I'm making that up, Dave, but I thought I remembered you
The
having.
best thing is to just get the yes and no and
Yeah, there
take it
you are,
from
like
there.
dowsing charts like this one, hey,
Oh
where
yeah, yes,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
diagnose. But
That's
yeah,
for
but
one.
for
Yeah, but you want
beginners,
to make sure
we're
you
happy
make
with the yes or no.
yeah you want to make sure you're getting the right response from your pendulum before you start on the charts. Because
Yes, and once
yeah,
you have your yes and no, then you're ready to be able to make use of one of your beautiful self-healing tools called the DIY energy attunement that people can
that's it.
download and use
Yes.
to clear out blockages and bring in healing.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for that quick
All right.
tutorial.